Good morning. This is Rachel, your staff meteorologist here at MetLoop, and I've got your weather update for Sunday, October the 9th. I'm not sure where you are today, but here in the northwest of Florida, we have a beautiful blue-skied, relaxed Sunday morning. But wherever you are, if you're finally feeling the autumn, I hope you've grabbed your pumpkin spice latte, threw your hair up in that messy bun, and donned your Uggs before you sat down with me. So relax, and we'll get you a forecast for today. This time of year, the Pacific Northwest sees a lot of systems and a lot of rain. Yesterday, we had a frontal system move across Oregon and Washington. The primary low is now in Calgary, Canada, but the cold front is still extended over the borders of these two states. Portland has already received a little over an inch of rain in the last 6 hours, and expect about an inch to an inch and a half more with the front until it passes or pushes through Oregon into northern California. Northern California will experience cool temperatures and light rain, but no significant rainfall totals. Highs will be in the upper 60s to mid-low 70s, with mostly cloudy skies and rain at the border of Oregon and Washington until late afternoon, early evening time frame. Tonight's lows will be in the low to mid-40s with partly cloudy to almost clear skies. Moving into Southern California and the Southwest, there are no significant weather features over the Southwest at this time with the exception of New Mexico. And we'll talk about that in a minute. High pressure dominates the region, bringing mostly sunny to clear skies today and highs in the low to mid-90s. Lows tonight will be in the mid-60s. In New Mexico, low-level impulses will move through the mid to southern portion of the state today. Add in some moisture from the Gulf of California, some daytime heating, and the effects of the terrain, and we will see some thunderstorms develop this afternoon and into the evening hours. These isolated storms will have the potential for severe conditions like hail and damaging winds. Moving farther west to the central part of the United States, there is another frontal system extending from a low in the Midwest. This front is weak with only a small temperature change pushing it through the country, but don't be misled. Even though it's weaker than we've grown used to over the last couple of months, there will be isolated showers, thunderstorms, and a small potential for gusty winds with them. In the higher elevations, expect a possibility of heavy snow, but little to no precipitation in the foothills. Highs behind the front will be in the low 70s with lows in the mid to upper 60s. Ahead of the front, temperatures are only a touch higher with highs in the mid to upper 70s and lows in the upper 60s. Southern Texas will be closer to the high 80s, but those lows will still remain in the upper 60s. Skies will be mostly sunny to clear all the way through Texas today. In the rest of the Midwest, the East, and the Southeast, high pressure is the key feature. Skies will be mostly sunny to clear with cooler temperatures, and is definitely a welcome gift as the Southeast continues with its recovery effort after Hurricane Matthew. Now let's discuss New England. The situation here is much different than the rest of the United States. From Virginia to New York states, the effects of Matthew will be felt today, despite the fact that the storm has weakened and taken a slight turn into the Atlantic as it converges with the frontal system moving off of the east coast. Although over the last 48 hours, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia have received significant amount of rainfall with flooding and surges, we can expect that to end today. Rain showers and gusty winds are still happening along the coast, but as Matthew moves east into the Atlantic, the skies will gradually clear. The winds will gradually die down, and cool temperatures will settle in over the next 24 hours, and the population there can begin its recovery also. Lastly, we talk about Matthew and now Nicole in the Atlantic. Right now, Matthew Center is at 35.2 degrees north and 72.7 degrees west, right off of the coast of Virginia, and is moving eastward at about 15 miles per hour. And if you haven't heard, Matthew's status changed to a post-tropical cyclone and has now been downgraded again to just an extratropical low. However, despite the weakened system, Matthew continues to produce gusty winds of up to 65-70 miles per hour along some coastal North Carolina and Virginia areas through this afternoon. Further north in New England, the effects of Matthew can also be felt in the form of much lower speed wind gusts and isolated rain events. Over the next 24 to 36 hours, Matthew will be moving east, and it will completely be absorbed by the frontal system off of the eastern seaboard, and it will continue to gradually weaken. That brings us to Nicole. Tropical Storm Nicole is currently 24.0 north and 65.4 degrees west with sustainable max winds of 60 miles per hour. High pressure in the Atlantic has begun to shift east, allowing Nicole to shift to the north as it tries to move around it. Over the next 24 hours, Nicole will remain constant with no significant development or intensity changes. However, after that, over the next couple of days, warmer waters and conducive conditions will cause Nicole to continue to intensify and deepen. By the beginning of the fourth day, model indication is pretty unanimous with the implication of southwesterly shear stopping any further intensification and development. That's your weather update for today, Sunday, October the 9th. Be sure to check back with us for more updates on Hurricane Matthew. Subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, or check us out online at www.metloop.com. Again, thanks for watching.